Warm greetings to all my viewers. Having enjoyed Diwali, the wedding season began in India in full swing. The records say that over 10 million weddings happen every year in India, and every huge Indian wedding brings in lots of guests, lots of food, lot of celebration, a big fat Indian wedding. But do you know what happens after one Indian wedding? Just last year, a wedding happened in Auli in Uttarakhand in India. And this village was left as a garbage dumping ground with 24,000 kilograms of waste, which was created after this wedding. And this had more of plastic, the disposable plasticware, flowers, and the decoration items. Now, today I have a guest who is working actively towards reducing the plastic waste. He is into making straws out of bamboo, truly eco friendly, and that is Dr. Saji Verghese. I welcome you, Dr. Saji. You are indeed into a wonderful program that you have started for yourself and for this planet. So, you have a team with you which works on this project, and we are going to discuss this. So, before we start that, I think let us discuss a few of the stats which we have about the plastic waste and straws. It is said that there are more than 500 million straws being used every day across the world. And it is noted that most of it comes from United States of America. So not only India, this major issue is across the world, most of the countries. We need to pay attention to this, and it is so very important to discuss these issues because it is affecting the environment, it is affecting our planet, it is affecting the marine life. Because, like we say, that 80% is plastic of the entire 8.3 billion plastic straws which are found on the world coastlines. 100 million marine animals die because of these straws and the plastic which is floating in the oceans. There is a huge plastic island in the Pacific Ocean, which is of the size of double the size of state of Texas. This is surely unbelievable. 8 million tons of plastic flows into the ocean every year. So considering all these facts and figures, single-use plastic straws, cotton buds and drink stirrers have been banned in England since 2020. There are few other countries which are following England, and that is Bali, Jamaica, Taiwan, and we hope that more countries follow them. It's the need of the hour. So Dr. Saji has been actively working for this. He's got the fastest patent granted in India in 2018 for his innovation of biodegradable straws which are made out of dried coconut leaves which are fallen. He was also invited to be part of the Honorable President of India Business Delegation to Philippines in October 2019. Dr. Saji, you and your team have won the recent Global Honeybee Network Creativity and Inclusivity Innovation Appreciation Award organized through UN Development Program. And I think the latest is the Silver Award, which was granted to you at the Mass Challenge Switzerland in 2023. That is this year, 2023. And you came back with that big medal for yourself, a silver award for the work that you're doing. You are an associate professor in Department of English, Christ University, Bangalore, board member of Incubation Cell, Christ University. You received your doctorate in English from Nagpur University in Maharashtra, an experience of 23 years of teaching English language. There's much more to define this amazing man, Dr. Saji. So my first question to you is, having done your PhD in English, how did you turn for innovation and sustainable development? You turned from literature to science. How
Yes.
did that?
Yeah, so hi, Dr. Swati and all viewers. First of all, thank you for having me here on your show. And it's my privilege and it's my honor, and it's always an opportunity to tell our story. So, as you already mentioned, there is almost 8 billion tons of plastic that goes into our oceans, destroying marine life and hampering the entire ecosystem. But how did I get into these innovations? It goes long back when I was in Nagpur. As you know, I was in Maharashtra for the major part of my student life and my career. And as you know, Vidarbha has the highest number of farmer suicides. And when you look around, of course, I had a secure job. I have a secure job teaching English at a university. So things look pretty settled. But when you look around, you find a lot of children in the urban areas deprived of basic amenities. You see the rural communities suffering poverty. And at the same time, you see global challenges, particularly to environment, which you already enlisted now. So I was always asking this question, day in and day out, I'll be teaching English. I love my job. I love being with my students, but how much of a tangible impact is it actually making in my own community? So that was one question which kept haunting me, and that's when I happened to read the biography of the American agriculture scientist George Washington Carver, and actually that's his biography is what inspired me into the journey of innovations. Though I don't belong to technology, I'm
Mhm.
from an English background, but I just realized that it's not dependent on your academic domain areas. If you have a intention and if you have a passion, you can make a difference, and you can always get the support if it is about technology. And that's what took me to the path of innovations. And it was in 2017, 2nd October, while I was in the campus of Christ University, Bangalore, when my eyes fell on these fallen coconut leaves. I just thought, why not try to make straws out of it? So I started my experiments. So even before that, I was always trying to find out small problems and trying to find solutions. So I took innovations as my hobby. So before this, I've made a coconut husking device, a table fan, a ceiling fan cleaner, and things like that. So I was doing small innovations. But
Okay.
when so on 2nd October, there was this gentleman from Netherlands who came and who was talking about single-use plastic straws, just as you were listing it now. And
Mhm.
that was what was a trigger. And the next day, when I was walking the campus, when I saw the fallen coconut leaves, I thought, why not make them into straws? It was like an epiphany moment for me. So I did a few experiments, made the straws. First, I
Mhm.
used to make the single layered straw, for which we got the fastest patent. After that, I
Okay.
worked for a year, made the multi-layered straws, and then we formed a team. Very happy to tell you that two students from Christ University became my team members, and that's how this whole journey started. So from English to path of innovation, it was more to make an impact, a very realistic impact, be it a social impact or an environmental impact. That's what keeps me going.
Wonderful. This is how one should be thinking is the need of the hour, and you have started, you have paved a way into it. I wish more people follow you. And I would also like to know who supported you initially when you started this brilliant idea, apart from the two students which joined you from Christ University. What was the
Right.
support you got?
Right. So when this idea struck me, I was very new to Christ University Bangalore, but they were very open to whatever I was doing. They trusted me and appreciated the task I was doing. So Christ University was the first to fund me because I told them that, if we can make some small mechanical devices to roll out these straws, we can deploy this in the villages and provide employment to women. So I saw this innovation giving a scope for three things. One was it could prevent the burning of coconut leaves. So we don't make straws from bamboo, we make from fallen coconut leaves. So
Right.
India's 11 states of India are blessed with abundance of coconut trees, right from Kerala, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, down to also up Goa, Gujarat, West Bengal, Orissa, Andaman Nicobar. So we are blessed with that. So, but all this while, the leaflet was never used. So the fallen coconut leaves were always burned. So we could prevent the burning of coconut leaves. One. Second, we could provide employment to women in rural areas. And third, we could replace plastic straws globally. So there was a three-pronged advantage that was coming through this very simple innovation. So Christ University was very open to this idea, and they were the first to fund me with 10 lakhs to start my R&D to build the machines. So thanks to Christ University. After that, we won a few competitions. One was in Scotland, one was at IIT Delhi. So that gave us some visibility. and then some small funding started coming. There was HDFC Bank, which where we won a Smart Up grant. Then Selco Foundation also funded us. Then NABARD funded us.
Okay.
Ministry of Agriculture funded us. So funds kept coming, and we just decided to focus on upgrading our technology, and also we were getting visibility across India as well as a few countries abroad. So the validation of the product was happening across several countries. So we realized that there will be a big demand for this product. So we just kept focusing on technology, and a lot of support from different CSR of corporates and government funding that was there initially.
So, how would you compare plastic straws, paper straws, and the straws that you make?
Right. Yeah. So as you know, plastic straws is such a big, scourge to our environment.
Yeah,
Uh, it's available at a throwaway price like 20, 30 paisa, but we have to consider the cost it incurs on the environment for 600, 700 years. So we
correct.
are always better than plastic straws in terms of it being eco-friendly. And as you know, plastic straws are even otherwise banned, so no hotel or beverage chain of some repute would use a plastic straw these days. Uh, and I think even you must have had a bad experience of using a paper straw because it gets soggy in few minutes, and it just leaks all the glue into the beverage without us knowing it. So
Okay,
paper straws are not actually eco-friendly if you consider, because you cut trees, and the gray part of it, when you dispose of paper straw, it releases more methane. So paper straws, we are more efficient because our straws hold in beverages for more than 3 hours. And then there are bamboo straws available, bagasse straws, cornstarch straws. So either we are cost effective or more efficient than the existing alternatives. And this I can prove by the fact that 68 hotels and beverage chains just in Bangalore alone, they have adopted our straws, coconut leaf straws, by discarding the other alternatives that are available. So, and we have 100% customer retention. So that shows that people do love our product. Yeah.
what would be the cost of bamboo straw per straw? Would small
See, bamboo
retailers?
straws are very expensive. If you go for a properly processed bamboo straw, it would cost 30 rupees upwards, just a single straw. Whereas paper straws are available at around 70 paisa to 1 rupee 20 paisa. We
Okay,
are selling our straws in the range of 1 rupee 40 paisa to 2 rupees 50 paisa. So,
bamboo
and then
straw.
bamboo straw
Again,
is around 30 40 rupees. So no one really, at the B2B level, no one takes bamboo straws.
okay.
So yeah,
So we'll have to work towards it to make it more
cost effective.
cost effective for the small retailers because, like we,
Exactly.
the
Right.
roads.
So that's exactly where we started upgrading our technology. You know, ours is a very unique social impact startup where we can upgrade the technology and we can still bring more people to work. So we just have
Yeah,
to put more assembly lines.
yeah.
So we have now, see, earlier we had a simple tabletop mechanical device. So it took
Mm-hmm.
45 seconds to make one straw. So
Okay,
that's why this price. So now we have developed a conveyor system. So we can make
okay,
a straw every 2 seconds. Every 2 seconds we can make a straw. So we'll be bringing it the price down to 70 to 80 paisa. So it's just a
okay.
matter of time where the economics of scale will help us bring down the price and we'll be reaching a wider market.
And more people becoming aware of this product which is available, and they would
Yeah,
certainly.
exactly. Yes, we are already available on Amazon, Flipkart, and we sell through our own website. Plus, as I mentioned, almost 68 hotels and beverage chains already take our straws. Globally, we have a huge order, but we have to scale up our production. So the problem is not about the demand; the problem is about the supply.
Okay,
So
I'm
our straws were used recently in Italy, and the distributor wants 2.6 million straws every quarter. So
sure.
the demand is very huge. So that's why we are gearing up to scale up our production across India, maybe a little later in Sri Lanka, Indonesia, Thailand, and all of that. So we want to be a global company very soon.
Yeah. And that is Sunbird straws, right?
Sunbird straws, yeah. So that's the brand name that we have given for Sunbird is a small bird which has a natural shine on its feathers, and the beak of the sunbird is specially customized to drink nectar from flowers. So
Mm-hmm.
our straws are also like the sunbird because it has a natural shine. Because one important thing I want to mention is that our straws are made in an absolutely chemical-free process. So it has a,
That
because the natural wax of the leaf itself makes it water resistant.
okay.
So our straws like the Sunbird has natural shine on its surface, and our straws are customizable across diameters, just as
So
the beak of the Sunbird is. So that's why we gave the name Sunbird.
that's nice. And so, like you said, the natural wax is helping it. It's chemical free, so it's truly an organic product.
It's truly
We,
organic. You can just
but,
dump into
but
the soil. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Do we need to treat them for any antifungal or any because they're leaves?
Not re- so
So
we do give a heat. We initially there is a heat treatment which brings up wax on the surface, and again we got a testing done for the wax, the kind of wax it is. It's a natural wax. It is phenolic compounds. There's a paper published on it in the Asian Journal of Plant Sciences. So we have the SGS lab certification for US and European standards for our product, and so there's no artificial process. And then we do a UV treatment for the straws
so do they have a
to make
shelf?
sure it is antifungal so that the fungal attack doesn't happen.
Do they have a shelf life?
Yeah, it has a shelf life of 9 months.
9 months. Okay.
Shelf life of
What
9 months, and it holds in beverages for more than three hours.
3 hours? That's great. What were the other challenges that you faced on this path?
Yeah, initially, as I mentioned, first was the technology upgradation that was needed. So it's
Mhm.
not as easy as it sounds. The journey from small mechanical devices to a conveyor system. We have a fabulous team of Jobin, Chirag, and Anup. There are three technology people in our company. So they are the
Mhm.
one who created the magic. So we didn't have any off-the-shelf machines to be
Right.
used. So we
Mhm.
had to make it from scratch. So
Okay.
technology was one big challenge. Second, if you see a plastic straw, it looks very colorful and fancy. Ours is more humble and has an earthy look. So there were some hotels and beverage chains which just they felt that it was not very fancy. So making them accept a much humbler product, earthy product, but which was more friendly to the environment. It took time,
Mhm.
and I also think we also had some challenges initially winning the trust of the people in the village because our straws are made in the village. So initially, when we started,
Mhm.
they because they look at us with suspicion because people from the city go generally, to take them for a ride. So we had to win the trust of the people. So these
Right.
were some of the challenges. And as you correctly mentioned, pricing was a big challenge for us because most of these hotels and beverage chains were using initially they were using plastic straws which was available for 30-40 paisa. Then they
Mhm.
showed the large heartedness to adopt paper straws
Yeah.
which was priced at 70 paisa, and now they had to be still more magnanimous adopting our straw which was still 100% more expensive. So pricing
Correct.
is also a challenge when it comes to B2B, but B2C people are okay with the price.
Okay. So, how did you develop your team apart from the technology guys who are with you and the women that you are roping in for
Yeah,
this work?
right.
What is your team like today? The groundwork people and the management ladder.
Yeah, so we in our core team we have 9 people. So all of them connected just through the social media channels. Like now, after this your program goes on air, we might get a few more connects. So that's how the story just kept evolving. So initially, our Christ University media department did a small story. So people
Mm-hmm.
started connecting. So first we had connects from Madurai, then from Tuticorin, then from Kasargod. So those are the people who continued with us for 3 years now,
Mm-hmm.
and we have now onboarded them in our core team. That is Mr. Rajkumar, Mr. Pan Venkatesh, Mr. Ramkrishna. Other than that, we are now a large family of 103 women working with us
Oh, that's
across 5 centers in Kerala, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu. Yesterday, we employed another 16 women. We added to the workforce.
okay.
And then, so initially, we had just 3 members, 2 students, and I. Then Jobin was a design engineer from HCL who came to know about our product, and he
Mm-hmm.
was very keen to work on the technology. He resigned from HCL and then joined us full time. He brought in Anup. So the family just kept growing. But one thing I always, make sure is that we have a team where each member is aligned to our core vision. So
Correct.
I'm quick to deboard somebody whom I feel is not aligned to our vision.
Okay.
I have the right members in our bus.
Mm-hmm.
and on the right seats.
Oh, that's
So, but that's more important. So, whom we onboard is very, very important. So, I take some time before I onboard somebody because we are a social impact enterprise, very focused, and
yes.
so money will come as a byproduct. Not that we don't want money, but our core vision always is about the kind of impact we can create on the environment and on the society. So, people who come with me, who join us, have to have the same vision because the journey is difficult.
Yeah, journey is certainly difficult, and fortunately enough, you are at a university where you deal with youngsters. And what is your experience with youngsters accepting this idea of using eco-friendly straws? Can we reach out more to the younger generation for creating awareness and making these straws available at universities and schools and such places? Because as far as my experience goes, young minds are really open to these new innovations, and
Exactly.
they surely want to save this planet for themselves. Whatever we have done till now, the generation is
Very
now.
true. Very true, Dr. Swati. My experience has been that the younger generation is more responsive to the challenges.
Mm,
So I run a small platform at Christ University. It is called DAISY,
mhm.
but the spelling is DAISE. That is Design and Innovation for Social Entrepreneurship,
Wow.
and that happens after the college hours.
Okay.
So we don't take attendance. There's no mandatory hours to do. We don't
Mm,
give any appreciation certificates, nothing. So the joy of trying to find something new brings you can be there. And so I always have more than 130 students. 130 this year we have 136 students who are a part of this, and
mhm.
they are very very responsive to all these initiatives that we take. So you very correctly pointed out that this younger generation truly responds when we give them the space and the opportunity to explore. So not only these two, Chirag and Sandeep, whom I mentioned, but there are other students who keep on interning with us. So we have regular group of interns who intern with Sunbird straws, either in the marketing side, the storytelling, branding. They also help us with the lean operation processes and the unit economics, so on and so forth. So I think I have a very great time with the students when particularly when they are involved in these social aspects. So I think sometimes they may not be very attentive when I'm taking a class of English in the class, not as attentive. But then after the college hours, when we are working on these initiatives, they are full of energy. So
Oh.
you're right. I think, and very soon we would like to have it in all the universities. These eco-friendly options.
What is the future of India when we think of use of plastic? What is your view on this?
I mean, realistically, the challenge is very humongous, as you know. Yeah,
Considering our population and the literacy and awareness about all these things, what is the future of our country? And of course, we extrapolate it to the world. Yes. How do we discuss
yeah,
that?
globally, yeah. I mean, we were in Switzerland, and we know a few people in the US, our cousins. So but it's about the will to make the difference. We can do a lot of talk about it. What I realize is that we indulge in a lot of talk, but when it comes to actual practice, we don't really stand up to the expectations. So be it India or be it Europe, be it US, I
Mm,
feel. Because all these single-use plastic and all those things, it's very convenient,
right.
right?
That's how
And
straws only in the USA every day, each day.
exactly, no. So and the second problem is that let's say I'm using a plastic straw now,
Hmm.
suddenly the world wouldn't crash, right? The ill effect is long term. It's not happening immediately.
Yes.
Right, so that these are the two reasons why we do a lot of talk about all this, but when it comes to practice, I think the challenge is humongous. I don't want to be unduly overboiled optimist, but I don't want to be cynical either.
Yeah.
I mean, when we have to stand up to these challenges, like programs like yours should create more awareness, and that awareness should translate into action. That's most important. Then the
So
future will be good for us.
we all work towards this because, like, chain of McDonald's, for example, they have 36,000 outlets across 100 countries, and they distribute almost 95 million straws every day. Like Starbucks, they have changed their view. Now they have shifted to the eco-friendly, or things which don't need a straw, the cups which don't need a straw.
Right.
Now
Right.
they have come down to 3 million straws, as against McDonald's, which is still at 95 million straws per day. So
Right.
there's a lot to be done, and each one of us, especially the younger generation or people who throng these places, they should have this awareness. And if we give more exposure to these ideas, maybe hold contests and make people talk about it,
Right.
feel like we are avoiding plastic containers, plastic glasses, plastic food vessels. Likewise, we have to avoid plastic straws because we are sipping through it. So there's a
Right.
chance of
Right.
microplastics. It is
Right.
medically also it is
Yeah.
proven that too much of plastic, going into our system is there are chances that it will be in our bloodstreams. So it's high time that we work on this, because entire world is being affected by this. The sea turtles are being affected by these straws, especially because they block their nostrils and they die.
Exactly.
100% which are dead are found to be affected by the straws.
Yeah.
So there's a lot to. So what are your future plans? How
Yeah,
do
future
you?
plans is we want to expand our enterprise. Our goal is to employ 1,000 women in the next 3 years, and we want to reach a production of 10 lakh straws per day. 10 lakh straws per day of coconut leaves will replace 10 lakhs of plastic straws.
Mhm.
So that's on our enterprise goals. Personally, for 2024, I have taken a decision not to buy a single plastic bottle of water. So we'll
Yeah,
carry our
that,
own glass bottles so that we don't have to buy plastic. So that's one determination, decision I've taken. So I think all of us can make these small changes in our lives, and then suddenly we can see that the world is changing for better.
that's amazing, Dr. Saji. We are all with you in this, and we would love to join hands, um, making your Sunbird straws and creating awareness about this eco-friendly product. And I wish you all the best. In If are you planning to making something else as well? I mean,
Yeah, we have
expanding.
quite a few. We have quite a few eco-friendly products. We have making the dishwashing scrubbers. All of these are innovative products. We are making doormats, urinal screens, so many things which can replace plastic. But we, as of now, we are focused on straws. Once we complete this, we'll be adding more products in our portfolio. Yeah.
Okay.
And thank you
No,
for very much for having me on your show.
I meant the disposable items which are majorly used at any event like a wedding, like I started with. So apart
Exactly.
from
Yeah, yeah. We'll
used at a wedding, and I congratulate you for all the other products that you have already put in, like scrubbers and doormats, and it's amazing. That's really great. It's absolutely out of box thinking, making these variety of products. So I wish you all the best, you and your team. And
thank you.
I
Thank you very much, Dr. Swati, once again on behalf of all of us from Sunbird. Thank you very much for having me on your show.
thank you
Thank you
so
very
much.
much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Bye bye.
Bye.